What's up again, guys? I just wanted to take a minute and go over some of these changes that I've made to a lot of these printed bezels and gauge clusters and stuff that I've made for the Comets and Mavericks. A couple people had some concerns or some things they'd like change, or just a couple other things that they like offered for theirs. And I just want to kind of go over those, and including a couple things that I have kind of coming in the future. So quick general overview of what I have going on. I mean, if you guys have seen the, the 6, the blanks, and the dual 5s that we have going on, since the original release, I have changed a couple things. One, I'm now going with more of a heat resistant material. One person did express that they had some warping going on, and if anybody else has any issues like that, let me know and I will replace that. Additionally, I don't know if you can kind of tell from here, I don't have another one. Okay, so looking at one of the originals, I'm not even sure if this is one of the originals. Well, in any event, this depth here I have changed, so it's going to be more upright in the dash itself. So before, when I had it, it was kind of laying, I want to say it was laying forward a little bit, and it worked, but I wasn't the biggest fan of it. So I went ahead and I was able to make that work. So they now sit facing the driver a little better now. Additionally, I made the material thicker. You can kind of see it in there. It's at least 1/4 inch thick now, just to make sure there's no other issues with warping. And then on this one, you can see I added some ribs going in here, a couple ribs that go between where the gauges are, and then added a couple additional spots for screws to kind of hold this thing together, just to make sure nothing kind of shifts. So, I mean, that's just a 6 gauge one. Obviously, with the blank itself, I can't add any screws to that middle back area because it really just depends on what you're going to be putting in there. So I can't do a whole lot with that. But again, I did make the material itself thicker. I am making it out of a more heat resistant material, so it shouldn't have any issues with that. And then again, these also have that further recessed back, so it's more straight up than they were previously. I did have some people asking about fitment on, if they want to put a holly dash in there and stuff like that. Okay, so these are the dimensions of the blank at this current time. I may be able to manipulate them a little bit to fit something that's not too much bigger, but this is where we're at. So, I mean, from left to right, at these smallest points, we're going to be down in here, I want to say. It's going to be just over 11. And then from top to bottom here, you're going to be just under 5 inches, about a little less than 1/4 inch away. And again, I may be able to finagle some of that if need be, but that's where they currently sit if you want to put a dash in there. These are the straight ones for where the ashtray lied, and then this is the 15-degree one that I showed you previously as well. And those are going well. Then we also have a blank just for that pocket if you wanted. That depends on your needs. And then we have a couple of blanks with kind of a pushed out area. I know sometimes if you're trying to put like a panel on there and you want to put, I mean, obviously not one of these fittings, maybe like a rocker switch. I mean, it's kind of hard to sit it on there given the curve of the dash itself. So I just made ones that have a bit of a flat area that, I mean, you can drill out and put whatever switches you wanted into that. This is one that I made that was just sticking out too robust, and it looked kind of gaudy in my opinion. And then we've seen the 3 gauge ones, the 15-degree angle on those as well. This guy right here is actually a prototype for what will be a blank on the climate control. So one of these guys. And I'll do one that, again, like this one, is just going to fit that same curve if you wanted to go that route. This one right here is just, so it has that flat where you can lay a switch into, where it's going to be nice and flush. Another thing that I changed is before I was going with, for my turn signals, either, these shiny ones, or we were going with like these carbon fiber ones. And I have changed that. Again, with the others, I also changed the material and added these little guys. So it's the same stuff, or same upgraded material, but I kind of did a multicolor print on that, and now you can see the turn signal, and it shows up a lot better no matter what the light you had in there. I know before I recommended going with a LED, but now they have a lot higher output. I got one set over here on the floor with the standard style bulb, and I'm gonna do that real quick so we can show you how well that illuminates, and then we'll hop into inside the car and kind of show what I have set up in there. Oh yeah, one more thing is this guy. This is my own custom one. I have my turn signals. It's kind of a textured style, and I can print those for others upon request. It's not going to be something that I offer. It takes a little more time to print, and I have to kind of orientate it a certain way, and I can't print them multiple at a time like I was doing. But I think it looks really sharp, and it matches the turn signals really well, as opposed to these where they kind of, I mean, they look cool, but you can definitely tell something is there. These kind of match that material. Alright, so I have my power probe hooked up, and then I just have, positive, negative to the battery. Here's the new turn signal with the factory bulbs in them, a non-LED. I just want to put power to it to show you how well the new bulb illuminates with the new turn signals that we have. So, I mean, that's a whole lot better output than I had previously, and I'm definitely happy with that. Again, those are, in essentially whichever unit you wanted to go with, if you wanted to go with them at all. Alright, we are in the car now, and you guys have seen a lot of these before. Sorry about the poor lighting. I'm just kind of set up in my garage here, trying to get a good spot to mount some lights, but we're just going to have to make do what we got. So here's the 3-1 that I had. I did have someone request that I make it a little more robust around this rim here, and I tried to do one to match that. Unfortunately, it sits off of this face just enough that I really don't care for it. One of the things I liked about this is how flush it is, and I wasn't able to do that while making that thicker, just because there's an area in there where it sits back against. So there's the 3-1 that I have. There's that single ashtray one pointing at that same 15-degree angle. Here is one of the 6-gauge clusters that I have. And then this is one that I don't have available just yet, but it is going to be for obviously the climate control spot. I need to do a little more modification at the bottom just to get it to fit a little better. And then, like I said before, that's also going to be available either meeting the contours of that curve or just a flat, which is what I have in place right now, just in case you wanted to put any kind of switches, toggle switches or anything like that. It's going to needs to sit flush. That's really all that I have for inside right now. I'm not sure how much more else I will make. I primarily making these for myself, and then if anybody else wants them, I make them as well, kind of going on request. But as we've seen, a couple other people are coming up with stuff around the same time, seemingly, as I put my stuff out, and well, that's not particularly good for business. I do commend them for coming out with quality products, so I can't knock them for making something nice and doing what I'm doing. It just sucks for me who wants to maybe make a couple bucks out of it. Again though, I do take requests, so if you have anything that you'd like designed, please let me know, and I can kind of make something accordingly. I know something that I may be doing myself, something that I want to do for my personal Comet here. I may make a custom grill. I'll have to do it in kind of sections, but I don't know. We'll cross that bridge when we get there. Let me know if you have any questions or if you're interested in any. I don't have like a website or anything like that right now. I'll probably throw this stuff up on eBay for now. I mean, they cut into profit as well, but what doesn't? So Thanks for watching, and I'll keep you guys updated. Take care.